I am the living legend of hair loss, Nick Shell. You can imagine what it's like to be me. I, over the past 5 years, have learned how to predict if you're going to go bald. And people ask me, Nick, can I send you a picture of myself so you can tell me if I'm going to go bald? And I say no, because I make videos that you can just watch. So I want to make one that really easily just explains it. Like this video right here. So here you go. If you're wondering, am I going to go bald? There's a couple ways to look at that. And these are my theories that I've created over the years on this channel. You look at a photo of yourself at age 1. You assess your hairline at age 1, which is a projection of you at age 35. Because the question is not, Nick, am I going to go bald? It's, am I going to be bald by age 35? Because most men who are going to lose most of their hair lose it by the time they turn age 35. So that's ultimately the question you should really be asking. Will I be bald by 35? I thought I was going to be noticeably bald by 33. That was the age in my mind. Now I'm almost 39 and I'm not bald on top. We've got the receding hairline, yes. But ultimately, am I going to be bald by age 35 is the real question. So a picture of yourself at age 1, look at your hair. That's one way to figure it out. Because if you, however much hair you have at age 1 is a good projection of how much you will have at age 35. Some of you are young. Some of you got 20 years before you will even be 35. You don't want to live the next 20 years trying to figure that out. So there's one thing. Another thing is, are you a hairy guy? I mean, are you the kind of guy who's got a full beard by the time before you're 18? There's a good chance that you're more likely to go bald if that's the case. And then another thing is your ethnic background. If you have Asian DNA, when I say Asian, I'm talking about Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, or Native American, or even if you're Hispanic and you have a higher dose of Native American DNA, I actually kind of fall into that category, then you're less likely to go bald in that situation. Men, and going back to the beard thing, when you look at Asian men, they typically don't have much body hair. May not be able to grow a full beard, but they tend not to go bald sooner in life. It all comes down to age 35. So there you go. That's really what it comes down to. That's how you can figure it out. And no, there's no cure for hair loss. If there was, people wouldn't be looking up these videos to find out about it. That's why I happen to have the 4th most popular channel on YouTube about hair loss. Because ultimately, the question is, Nick, am I going to go bald? And then from there, the answer is, well, what do I do to stop it if I am? And ultimately, my channel is designed, moving forward in 2020, to no longer talk about hair, but instead help address the fundamental issues. So there you go. There's about 3 minutes to help you figure out really what all this comes down to. With that being said, yes, as you saw in the title, and I know you've heard it before, I'll say it again, this is my final hair loss video. Why though? Why? Here's how I feel. I did, a handful of hair loss videos this year, the beginning of this month in January 2020. It just doesn't feel relevant anymore. It doesn't feel like it carries over. It doesn't feel relevant in this year or this new decade. I just don't feel that we should be talking about, I've already figured out how to predict if you're gonna go bald or lose your hair. And ultimately, the thing that I liked most about the hair loss videos was to help people address the fundamental issues that cause them to fear going bald. And what to do it if you are gonna go bald, how can you still be attractive to people? And ultimately, that is the thing I care about. So I have an upcoming series, and I'm planning to call it, what is it called? Hacker. I have Hacker, a self-help hacker. That's what I'm gonna call the new series. And ultimately, it's largely the result of me doing these hair loss videos for the past 5 years. I really have, and that's over 3,000 videos. Helping people to fundamentally address their fears about hair loss and how to actually form their identity despite that. How to be cool and attractive and masculine without hair. That is the actual interesting thing. That's how I actually enjoy helping people. So I have many topics already. I'm eager to start my new series. One of them is actually to not dwell on things you cannot control. Another is to not talk about things you don't like or don't care about. I personally don't care about hair loss, but I do care about helping people. And I think it's time that I start my new series, Self-Help Hacker. I know some of you are already thinking about, Nick, what about the flat top? That was clearly what you're going to be doing in 2020. We were going to see what a man with a receding hairline and thinner hair on top look like with the flat top. Well, I am going to disappoint you there. In the same way, I'm no longer going to do hair loss videos. I'm also decided I'm not going to do a flat top. It'd be irrelevant. This channel is, after this video, I'm no longer going to say receding hairline or hair loss anymore. It would be really weird and random for me to try to grow a flat top yet not talk about it. It was something I was only doing for the growth of this channel, but I think for me, what's more important for the growth of this channel is to be sincere and real. I know that from last January to this January, I gained 2,000 subscribers, but it's not sincere. If I don't care about the subject, then for me, it's not me being real. So there's going to be some changes being made. In addition to me not talking about hair loss, all these things about I'm the true alpha male, living legend of hair loss, and it's so funny that people didn't get that was a joke. So I'm retiring that whole bit. And it's funny because in real life, I do wear glasses. I don't look like this. And I often didn't wear glasses unless I was wearing the shades for that bit. So this is how I plan to look now, because this is how I look in real life. I want to be sincere. Now, here's the struggle for a lot of viewers watching this video now. They're thinking, but Nick, I want you to keep doing hair loss videos. That's what I want you to do. But here's the challenge. I want to be sincere now. I want to make videos that are 100% authentically me, even if that draws a smaller crowd. Now here's another interesting thing too. And I'm going to be talking about this in my upcoming series, tribalism. We're designed to find safety in our tribe. So what's going to happen is a lot of you are going to watch this video, give it a thumbs down, tell me in anger that you're rage quitting my channel because if I'm not going to talk about hair loss anymore, then you don't want to be here. And this is the first I've ever heard of you, and now you're saying you're unsubscribing. So I never knew you were here to begin with. There's going to be a lot of that. And then what that's people, they're raising their hand saying, Nick, I'm part of the tribe, that if you're not going to talk about the one thing that the superficial thing I care about, then I don't like you anymore. But then there's going to be others who give this video a thumbs up and say, Nick, I'm part of the tribe that actually, I'm here to support you either way. I get it. What you're saying, you've made over 3,000 videos about hair loss. It makes sense that you're ready to move on. You've already made it very clear how you feel about the subject and how to help people with it. And some people are never going to get there. So it's okay if I lose subscribers. It's okay if I lose viewers. It's okay if my videos don't get as many views. I want to broaden my viewership. So it won't just be guys who are insecure about their hair. It can be all people of all ages and genders. And using the wisdom that I've acquired in my years, how to basically how to learn how to like yourself, how to help other people, how to matter in this world, the things that people actually care about. How can you hack the concept of self-help? Well, I think I've got many ways. I've got like 25 topics I've already written down to get this thing started. So here's the plan. I'm not talking about hair loss anymore. What's funny is tomorrow I'm planning to get a haircut, and this is the haircut I'm planning to have from now on. Something I haven't done since probably junior high, in like 1993, is just kept the same hairstyle for a whole year. So I might let the top grow a little bit, but ultimately, when I get my haircut tomorrow, that's going to be my basic haircut that I'm going to stick with. That's what my plan is, because to me that would be different. Forget about hair, focus on helping people and being sincere. And ignoring all the negative comments, knowing that that's their tribe, that's their thing. But how can I help people? How can I spend my time helping other people? So, this is real. This is it. Let's go ahead and make this thing official. I'm getting rid of this. I'm symbolizing no more hair loss videos. I've had this for the past several years. My wife was just saying, good, you're going to rip that thing up? Then I don't have to see it anymore. So there you go. This channel is changing. I'm moving forward to actually help people and talk about things that I actually care about. It's going to be the real me. No shades, no characters. None of that stuff. It's just going to be me being real and also doing my music. And it'll be me being happy. That is the future. This is where we've come. What are you going to do? Are you going to go elsewhere in search of hair loss happiness? Or are you going to follow me and actually get fundamental help to build your identity? Because as I've always said, your identity is not your hair. I'm Nick Shell, signing off one last time as the true alpha male. Now you get to see the real me. Comments belong right here.